boy Franklin. If you're watching this as a playback, thank you for doing so. If you're watching this for the first time, thank you for doing so. Welcome to Storytime. Storytime is basically a segment where people send me their stories to foodchannel1960@gmail.com. If you resonate with me, I pick up on the story. We do a live stream like this, and or a pre-recorded content. We can hopefully learn one or two things. Sorry about the disconnection. If you're watching this, if you're back on the live stream, we're already live, and my battery went dead. What's up, people? Gonna have to start over again, man. Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's up, Mo? What's going on? If you're watching this as a playback or for the first time, these particular live stream was previously started a few minutes ago, and it abruptly went off because of my battery cut off. My phone went off. Thank you, Sylvia. If you can hear me, hit the like button, all right? Thank you. My apologies. I do apologize for the break in transmission. Sorry about that. My battery went flat on me abruptly. I should have charged my phone earlier. So let's get people back on. What's up, Mbali? What's up? Let's see. There's about 23 people online. Would you be kind by hitting the like button, please? What's going on, man? What's going on, West? What's going on, people? Yeah, Sam. Sorry, my battery went flat. I apologize. So, right. For the purposes of people that might be joining afresh, and because I've restarted this live stream, I'm just going to recap. But before I recap, it's only fair that I restart because it's a new live stream. So these episodes are sponsored by Adron Homes and Properties. Adron Homes and Properties is basically a reputable property company that I have a good, healthy business relationship with. I'm a business development executive with them. So it basically offers you the convenience of getting on the property ladder, owning an asset, right? Basically, for as little as 50,000 naira, you can deposit and own a parcel of land or multiple parcels of land if you wish. In Nigeria, across Lagos, Shagamu, Ibejuleki, Ibadan, Ijebu, Abuja, and Nasarawa, the list goes on. You can pay for your land across 48 months, 24 months, forgive me, not 48 months, 24 months, 12 months, and 6 months. At the moment, at the time of filming this, they've got fantastic Salah offers going on. Forgive me, I'd have shown you some graphics, but because I'm streaming on my mobile at the moment, hence why I'm verbalizing everything, okay? I hope you understand. But the premise of this is to bring it to your attention. You can own assets, particularly for my brothers and sisters in the diaspora. It's very easy. I'm your agent. You come to Franklin, ask me for the application pack, and I'll email it to you, all right? Whatever questions you've got, you come to me. I'll take you through the process of completing everything. It's as easy as blinking your eyes, as easy as shaking the tail of a duck, all right? And you can pay monthly. If you've got money to buy your land outrightly, fantastic. But if you don't, if you're inundated with bills and other responsibilities, I thoroughly understand. So the benefit therein is you can spread your payment, and before you know, you can pay off, and then you own your land outrightly. It can be a fantastic investment for your children, for yourself, for your future. One of two options: you can buy a parcel of land or multiple parcels of land for purely investment purposes. Basically, if I buy a land at 600,000 naira from a particular estate from Adron Homes, if I go back next year, it may have been worth 1.2 million. If I put 600,000 naira in my bank account, if I go forward next year and check the 600,000 naira, there is no way in the universe that the bank would give me 1.2 million naira. I'm using that as a random example. You get it? That's why it's beneficial for you to invest in valuable assets like this. And you can do that for the future of your children, all right? I hope that makes sense. And yeah, if you're interested, send an email to foodchannel1960@gmail.com, foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Franklin, can you please send me the application pack for Adron Homes? That's all you gotta say, and I'll bang it out to you. You're not giving Franklin your cash. Let's be clear. If you're interested in buying, you follow the due process, you'll be paying directly into the business account of the company. I'll be your agent, I'll liaise with you, liaise with the finance department and the relevant department, answer all questions, chase up your paperwork and all the necessary stuff, all right? And that's how it works. So you can send the forms to your friends and all families. That's that. Look in the description below for my email address. Now that we got that out of the way, once again, apologies if you're watching me again and the phone went dead earlier. It was because of my battery. I do apologize for that. Now, the story is basically about a woman who met a husband back in Nigeria. They emigrated to the UK with one child at the time. So when they settled here in the UK, over time, they had 2 more children. Now, the lady, or the woman in question, is the firstborn child, has 4 more siblings. Now, in the usual format, over the years, there's been the firstborn child pressure on her. And she said when her dad was alive, she would send money home to mom monthly, upkeep, mom, dad, and 4 siblings. She said that she believes strongly that some of our siblings were totally useless. They wouldn't make something tangible out of their lives. In terms of age, there wasn't much difference, much gap in their age and stuff. But they depended solely on this woman because she lives abroad, and the constant excuse was the governmental failures in Nigeria and stuff, which I said earlier that, having said that, whilst I recognize that there are challenges here and there, in the same Nigeria, there are a truckload of people, countless number of people who on a daily basis run businesses, and they run successful businesses. They make millions of naira on a monthly basis. And I also added that not every successful business owners in Nigeria benefit from nepotism or favoritism or knowing somebody in the government department, which allows them unscrupulous access into the public funds and things like that. It's a lie. There are people that do that, but there are also very hardworking men and women alike who not only run major successful businesses, they also put bread on the table for plenty of people by way of employment. So I hope that inspires someone and changes any misconception. Now, this woman said there was a bit of a karate chops with family members and all the monthly demands that left a crack in her marriage in the UK with her husband, because husband felt the family members were leeches. She couldn't do any get involved in any major project with the husband. It left a major crack in their relationship. He called her selfish. He threatened to leave the marriage because she was so fixated and sucked in by the family's never-ending demands. She couldn't say no. The emotional blackmail was very heightened. She felt she had to carry everyone on her shoulder. Mom, dad, 4 siblings. And hold on, while I was growing up, I have a sister abroad. One of the best things she did for us is by not sending us money. These put everyone on their toes to hustle individually. Great. But whilst I know you appreciate that, Sam, if just to respond to that, most of the time, people don't see it the way you see it now, or you might have seen it then. The usual behavioral pattern is when people have a child abroad or relatives abroad, there's a huge misconception and also sense of entitlement that you're meant to be basically, giving them handouts. So your type of mindset, yes, you are 1 in a million, Sam. Most people back home in Africa don't have that type of mindset. If you give them this much, they will say you've not given them enough. If you don't give them, they have some stuff to say. If you've been giving them for 5 years, and then on 5 years and 1 day, you tell them that you don't have, they will forget that you've been giving them for 5 years. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. But let me crack on with this story. Thank you for that comment, Sam. Now, the lady in question, whilst all of this was going on, she had worked for a particular organization here in the UK for a reasonable number of years, and due to internal organizational structure, they decided to let some staff go, and unfortunately she was on the list at the time. But she wasn't going to leave empty-handed. In line with contractual agreement and benefits and what she was due, in line with the organization's policies, she was due for a substantive package. Now, she got a lump sum of money and left the organization. She said she had a meeting with her husband and said while she would hopefully get back on the job market, she wanted to invest the lump sum of money in the motherland, and she had been eyeing a catfish business for a long time. I was talking about this and then my phone went dead earlier on. Now, I was saying, and I'm going to say again, catfish business is a very lucrative business. It's a fantastic business, all right, if executed properly. In fact, it's one of the most lucrative businesses in Nigeria. Did you hear what I said? This might inspire someone. Nigeria is a country of more than 200 million people. I don't care the number of fish ponds that you think you have. I don't care the number of fish ponds that you think you can afford to run. You cannot meet the demands. The demands are absolutely mind-blowing. If you have 5,000 catfish to sell as I'm sat here, it will go like that. Both fresh and smoked. It will go like that. It's a very, very, very lucrative business. And some people also who are based, I'm just saying this, that it might inspire someone that might have this as an idea. Or it might just trigger the thought process of somebody watching me right now, and you can start looking into it. It's a very, very, very lucrative business. Some of the people that are making money from it, apart from selling to the local markets, because when they sell it fresh, they make their money. When they sell it smoked, they make more money. When they take the smoked catfish and they sell it abroad, they get forex. For those that live in the diaspora, you know how much you pay for smoked catfish in your local market. It's a lot of money. A lot of money for tiny portions. Now I live in the UK, even though I give my siblings money occasionally, but not my obligation. Of course, Sam. So anyways, the woman wanted to run a catfish business. So remember, over the years, I'm not sure if I expanded, she had back and forth with her mom, the siblings. Mom had always backed the siblings at home anytime they misappropriated funds. I was saying earlier before the line went off that the second born, the one that came after her, she had helped that one with about 2-point-something million naira to start a business. The money was squandered. She helped the third born. They squandered the money. And her mom had always supported the siblings and covered up for them and stuff. You see, let me stop right there. When you have parents that behave like this, especially when you help people, when you help siblings, or when it comes to misappropriation of funds, or your siblings misbehaving, conspiring, colluding, theft of your monies, messing about with your assets, and your parents conspire with them, you've got to be barking mad for you not to see the handwriting on the wall. You see, what those situations tend to do is they activate your third eye, they activate your inner eye, they let you see those people, your mom or your dad and your siblings, the people involved, for who they truly are. Trust me, they let you see them for who they truly are. So you've got to be barking mad for you not to take advantage of that period to be able to know that, This is what this person is capable of. This is what this person is made up of, if that makes sense. But anyway, as I was saying, this woman proceeded to hand over the blueprint of her intended catfish business in the hands of her mom, and one of her younger siblings, right? The third born. She said she sent a batch of money. At first, they claimed that they were going to procure an acre of land somewhere that they had surveyed, and they said, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. They asked for X amount of money. She sent the money while she was here in the UK. They procured the land. They did all the paperwork, and she said she felt the price was bloated, blown out of proportion and all that stuff. Had a bit of an argument in that regard. Eventually she caved in and accepted their narratives over the phone, and they had to do this, they had to file the CFO and all the necessary land documents they collected. She asked them to, listen to this, she asked them to DHL the land documents and all the paperwork. Told her mom to get the younger one to DHL the land documents. When they DHL the document to her, she received photocopies. She asked them to DHL the original documents, and for her mom to help her keep the photocopies. The mom and the younger sister DHL'd the photocopy. They kept the original land documents. Now, you see, that right there, if that's not a red flag for you to just put your ideas on hold, I don't know what else is. She carried on. I think the emotional blackmail on this one was mixed with a huge amount of steroids. It's unbelievable. She then proceeded to wire a lump sum of money. Oh, they were going to start, creating the foundation and the blueprint for the development of the fish ponds, buying equipment, doing all the necessary things. She spent money. She bought the smoking machine through one of her cousins that linked to the younger this and this and this. All this while, the same people, her mom, they took all the money. There is no contractual agreement. There is nothing. You wire money to them. They were sending pictures. They were sending everything. Dad was in the background. Dad was in the background. Forgive me. Yes. Dad was in the background. But mom and the siblings handled this. This is the same family where they bled you dry. They misused your funds over time, right? So the long and short was, when she was sending all the lump sum, there was fights going on in the UK with her husband. The husband was saying, why don't you go home to oversee? Now, her husband gave a suggestion. Now, watch this. She told me this, right? The husband said, let me send one of my siblings to go to the site, to go and inspect, all of the things that you've paid for so far. So if there is something amiss, if there's something that's gone wrong, my sibling can let us know. I've asked my sibling to go with camera phone, record videos, take pictures, ask questions, ask for invoices, paperwork, send it to us via WhatsApp. I think that's clever. That's a good husband, right? She said no. Asking your sibling to go and film my mom on site, not film your mom. Oh, that would be regarded as, being disrespectful. you know, that you're an in-law. What? So she said husband just gave up and left her to her affairs. She sent all the money. Everything that this woman spent ran to roughly about £35,000. I don't know the size and scale of the catfish farm, but £35,000 in today's money, I think that's about 25 million, roughly. If I'm correct, that's nearly 25 million, if I'm correct. Somebody can calculate for us. This woman was able to go home. She disregarded everything her husband said. Anyways, the long and short was, 26.5. Thank you. So they would send out some blurry pictures and all that. Eventually, when they said they had set everything up and all that, I don't know the scale of a catfish business. You need roughly about 25, 26 million to set up. Anyways, she decided at some point to jump on the plane to go home. By the time she jumped on the plane, all of these had run for like 6 to 7 months or 8 months. So she jumped on the plane to go home. Remember when her husband said, let my sibling go have a look for you. If my own sibling identifies any failings, we can cut our losses and stuff. At that time, they just the land, the this, the that. So the long and short was, she got home, went to the location as per the land on the photocopy documents that they sent to her. And she realized that it was the location that they sent to her that was on the land document was actually somebody else's Gari manufacturing factory. Gari, if you don't know, if you're not Nigerian, Gari is basically cassava flakes. All right. So she traced the address. She got to the location. It's a gated, massive factory. So they told her that so and so person and his wife owns these premises. They process Gari, and they actually were fair. They were nice. The security guards let her have a peek, like, come in, like, no, this place has been in existence for close to 7 years. They process Gari, which is basically cassava broken down to cassava flakes, which then gets packed into bags. You understand what I'm saying? So I can imagine her turning into a 3-headed dragon on the spot, knowing she's been had, right? Almost ripping off her top and her undies, man. You can imagine. The moment reality eventually slapped her in the face. So, went back home. Mom was there with dad and some family members. Blah, blah, blah. Screaming, blowing her top off. The long and short was the truth came out. So, guess what? She broke down, exploded, all sorts. A friend that followed her, they tried to, hold her down and all that stuff. And then the mom and dad said, and then the mom and dad said, they had used the money, they owned up to it. They said they had used the money to help some of our siblings, a couple of our siblings, find their footings in life. They explained it as it's not theft. They felt that she was insensitive, that the fact that she wanted to set up the catfish business, she was able to conveniently spend close to 30 million means she had money all this while. She's a very wicked person. She doesn't want to see her siblings make it in life. Did you hear what I said? So, at the heart of the fraud was mom and dad. Will the siblings give her the money back? Never. Of course they are thieves. Of course they are thieves. You know, it makes me laugh when that person said, I'm taking hostage. I've just blocked them. They can get lost. So, you know, that person said, somebody said, will the sibling pay the money back? That's not the point. Her parents are basically at the center of the orchestration of that fraud. So they knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. In my own opinion, as a human being to another human being, I genuinely empathize with her because it's not fair. It's not a joke to live abroad. Even if you don't live abroad, even if you live in Africa, the motherland, it's not easy to put together genuinely, not fraudulently obtained, to put together the sum of 25 to 26 million naira. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And someone cleans you out like that. But I feel that this woman had abundance of opportunity to have been able to identify, to have seen clearly what these people are capable of, and to have moved in a much more smarter way. Of course, man, £35,000 is not a joke. There are always some jokers on this timeline that will tell you, oh, Jim Franklin, how much is 35,000? Don't let them lie to you. Don't listen to those jokers. There's some black folks, they make me laugh. I'm sure they will show up now. Oh, how much is £35,000? That's chicken feed, man. That's nothing. Some people at the end of their lives, in their retirement age, they don't even have 5 grand in their savings. So the woman said, I think the person is just being sarcastic and asking if you were being taken off stage because you presented in single. No, it's not that. It was what they said after that. It was what they said after that. Don't worry about that, man. They will say that 35K is peanuts, but don't have £100 in savings. Thank you. Many years ago, when I just started banking job in Nigeria, I gave my brother 200,000 naira to do business with expectation of returns. Story Lubadi. Since then, I've done wise. I wouldn't do such to my sister, but if I am recipient of such money as a younger sibling, I wouldn't return such money, an opportunity to make it in life. She had an opportunity to... Wait, whoa! Wait. I wouldn't do such to my sister, but if I am the recipient of such money as a younger sibling, I wouldn't return such money. An opportunity to make it in life. Are you saying if you connive with your parent to rob your sister, you will see it as an opportunity to make it? Is that what you're saying? I really want to hear from people, man. I want to read your comments. I think I didn't get that, brother. The parents are the main deceivers. Got the family to convince her to forgive them so they could carry out the big scam. Yep, Roxy. Payback for where? If you gave someone 25 million and they couldn't make anything out of it, if you know what you're doing, you would make untold money just selling water. Akintunde, thank you. Akintunde Akinola, thank you. If you know what you're doing, 25 million is a whole lot of money, man. Look, man, the reason I share these stories is if you missed the story, you can watch a playback, man. The reason I'm sharing this story is if at least one person can learn something from this. These things happen. Do be careful, man. Maybe if you lose 2,000 pounds, you may be able to bounce back. 2K, come on, man. But if you lose 35 grand, if you lose 40,000 pounds, some people may never get the opportunity. Remember this woman, she got a lump sum from the job that she was being laid off from, right? And she may have added some previous savings and stuff. This is what I normally say. When some people say, oh, doing business in Nigeria is about that. This is why people get put off. But let me tell you, man. Execution is the problem. Catfish business is very lucrative in Nigeria. Ask anybody, and I'm telling you for free. It's a very lucrative business. It's a very, very good business. Like that brother Akintudelo was saying earlier. If you Franklin, I started a property development with my sister, and the business is thriving now. Evinced intentions. People like you need to come on my channel and come and tell people about property development. This is how you let your brothers and sisters, you emancipate them. This is how you illuminate their minds. Please send me an email if you're willing. foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Come and give us some gems. Come and drop some ideas with us. You don't have to give us a full blueprint of how you make your money, you dig? But come and give us some pointers. Come and talk to me for like 45 minutes an hour on my channel, on a live stream. We can arrange it. You don't even have to show your face. We can do it on StreamYard, Come and give people gems. Give them a blueprint, a plan on how to navigate. I don't need to connive to benefit from the evil act as far as I am back home with those who did the deal and some crumbles will reach me. Would I say no to money? You do the deal and some crumbles would reach you. That's a bad mindset, bro. Wow, that's a very bad mindset. Wow, you see what this brother is saying? So if you're telling me that you have an awareness that somebody's hard-earned money is being taken over, and you are interested in doing the deal and watch somebody else get destroyed. Wow. This is a confirmation of the story that I've just told you. Franklin, thanks for sharing these stories. They help us to be wiser. Code is catching me right now. 35,000 pounds is too much. There are so many chances for her to leave the situation. It's Africa, though. If she sues, the case may be thrown out. At the very least, you should never work with them again, man. Man. You see what Shola is it Arababa CSP saying? Let me tell you, man. I actually thank him for writing that comment. It's a wake-up call for those of you reading. This is a prevalent mindset in the African society. That's not to say we'll stop being Africans or we'll stop, making the best of our motherland. I'm telling you, man, it's just for you to be wise. Go Jarai. You see that mindset? I'm not going to address this brother, right? But I'm just using his comment. You can see the mindset. If I'm where people are sharing money, am I going to say no to money? You hear what he said? This is the mindset of a lot of some of your close family members and friends back home. They know you are being done over. They don't care because they want benefit. They know your life is about to be smashed to smithereens. They know your hard-earned money is being siphoned. They don't care. Collins, thank you. You are an inspiration, Franklin. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the super chat. Salute you, brother. Appreciate it. I'm telling you, man, you see that brother, that mindset is virtually everybody's family. It's a very evil mindset. That's like a pastor that refuses to return money even after he was told that the money was stolen because they are thieves. I gave my younger brother 350K year 2013 to start business from my little savings as a bloody banker. He squandered it, and when I started asking for the progress report, he said that I'm a wicked girl. Of course, you can imagine. Even, I can imagine if she, I can imagine even 350K today. And I know that's a long time. That was a lot of money then in that time that you're saying. But you can imagine 350K even today. People that are diligent will start something small with it. Sam said most of them are very religious and they call it grace. Now, religious people, they are the worst criminals. They are very evil. They are assassins. They are criminals. They are charlatans. Don't buy into that nonsense. If you have a mindset like that, you probably see nothing when you look in the mirror. My mother supported him that if I had given him money, I shouldn't ask him how he spent it. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Rotimi Olu Davids, thank you. Now, this is what I'm saying. So, this person is asking, oh, Franklin, should I sue my mom and dad? Look, man, like somebody rightly said, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, man. Should I sue my mom and dad? Only if you know. Did you hear what I said? The only way you stand a chance, yeah, hear me very well, is only if you know in the legal sector, yeah, only if you know like the big guns, the ones that can put the door off the hinges and genuinely bring you justice. The numbers of those people are quite minute. Because all it takes is for a corrupt judge to take over the case and they sit on it. They adjourn from 2021 to the middle of 2022. By the time you get to court in 2022, the judge will look at the bundle. I need further disclosure from the counsel, blah, blah, further adjournment to the end of 2022. The subsequent hearing, the judge is not available due to mild illness. They're under the weather. The subsequent hearing date has been postponed to 2023. And they would dance you around, man. Lawyers will suck you dry. They will, they will absolutely shatter your mindset. It's a dirty game. If you don't have, you need people that can say you're well connected. You know somebody right at the top, like with the EFCC. That people that can sweep in within the space of 7 days. They can freeze bank accounts, hijack assets. They can clear. Aha, it's possible. Some people would agree with me. There are, if you know powerful people that can trigger their connections for you within 72 hours. They can move in on your siblings. They can move in heavily. But if you don't have that type of connection, forget it, man. And one lawyer don't walk out ship back on. My friend gave his mother 5,000 euro. She wasted it after 4 months. She wanted another. The guy complained. She said, I carried it for 9 months. Africans are funny. Yeah, sentiment. Franklin, will you do a video about the prevalent topic in Nigeria about referendum, restructuring Oduduwa and Biafra Republic? I don't know. I might do. Not now, man. I'm watching things in the background, man. I just don't like to, Nnamdi Kanu. I might talk about that in a few days. You know what I'm saying? Nkam Ume, thank you for the super chat, man. Let me see this comment. I think I missed. Don't sue, just lick your wounds. The problem as well is it's very difficult to lick your wounds. Over £35,000. What is going to happen is that woman, oh yeah, thank you. Or the judge might tell you it's a family matter, go home and settle it. Yeah. They might throw out your case. That's why I'm saying that the only way, if you don't want to go to court, because this all going to court, no, the way you can get money out brutally is if you are well connected. You know somebody that knows somebody, and they're not going to fob you off, they're not going to dance you around. If you ask me, Franklin, what would you do? Nah, man, I haven't got time to go through Nigerian courts and, suing them. No. You need people in those governmental security departments, like the EFCC, right? If you know people in top ranking department, somebody links you there, you manage to sit in front of them, within 30 minutes, you show them evidence, and they decide to hold on to your case. I know the case of a brother that did business with somebody in Nigeria, and he was duped of 65 million naira. His hard-earned money, right? He runs a pharmacy in Texas, and they swindled him of 65 million naira. And fortunately, one of his childhood friends, right? His childhood friends that they went to school together in Nigeria, has a younger brother who has moved up in ranks within the EFCC. So he was crying, he was in tatters, and some of his peers in their WhatsApp group had a meeting, and they linked up with that person within the EFCC. They got the telephone number, they tracked down the guy, middle of the night, booted the door of the hinges. By the time the day broke, got in touch with the bank, they froze his bank account. The money came out in 6 days. 65 million came out, cash money, in less than 7 days in Nigeria. But the thing is, not everyone is well connected in that regard. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you go down the route of talking to a lawyer down the high street, and then, there could be handshakes in the background. In fact, the same family members that you are trying to sue might connive with those lawyers in the background, give them money, and then they will sabotage your case, man. And you even spend more money. And before you even get a court date, they might even conspire to get you killed. Especially people in Nigeria, you know what I'm saying. If you're well connected, if you know someone, if you know people in rank, if you know people who are well ranking, they can get you remedy like that. But if you don't, it's a tough one, man. So to wrap this up, man, I've dealt with this type of stories 1,000,001 times. I'm going to carry on talking about them. The more they come and resonate with me. Just be careful, man. Don't apply emotional blackmail. Don't let emotional blackmail take over. Don't let it take over, man. Do you get what I'm saying? You just gotta, I don't know how to tell you, but you just gotta learn to say no. I don't know how else to tell people. You've got to learn to put your foot down and say no to these family members. Protect your finances, protect your assets. You just got to. You've got to. I've seen a few examples on here tonight where people have also cited how, family members have done them dirty. And your parents, I've been saying this, your so-called mom and dad that you put on pedestals, you realize they are usually the ones. Parents practice favoritism. It's usually the useless siblings that they love the most. Have you noticed? The useless, non-productive siblings are usually your parents' favorites. You, the independent, hardworking one, they have this much love for you. They steal from you to cater to those useless siblings. And they don't care. So if you kick off and you turn around They will ask you to keep quiet. You're selfish. You are happy that your siblings are not doing well. You're not even responsible for your siblings' failure. That's what they do. That's what they normally do. Protect your asset. If you commit a small amount of money into your mother's hand, Mom, can you help me give 100,000 naira to such and such, as an example, and your mom thinks because she gave birth to you, she has the right to steal 20,000 naira from that money. Don't ever commit money into your mother's hands again. I'm not asking you to throw your mother in the bin. That's not for me to decide for you. But don't ever, let alone, oh, I want to buy a parcel of land, I want to set up a catfish business, and you put multi-millions in the hands of people like that. Come on, bro. Oh, thank you, William. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I'm telling you, man. All of these sentiments has done no one favors. They've only destroyed lives. I wish I had a superpower to program people's minds. I can only use my voice on my platform, man. Because I'll be honest, man, it devastates me when I read these stories, when I see how people's livelihoods disappear. Those parents of yours, mommy, daddy, these parents are usually the ones at the center of these frauds. Especially, who says not all parents are the same? Who said that? Who said all parents are the same? Who said that? Who said all parents are the same? Where did I say that? You really don't get what we're saying? If you're lucky to have good parents, great. If you're lucky to have reliable parents, great. You don't understand what a lot of people, there is about 345 people watching me, man. If people were to come online to tell you their stories, you will collapse. I'm telling you, man. If you can hear me, you can see me, smash the like button, please, man. Smash the like button. It helps us gain traction, please. There was a story of a gentleman. I'll chip this in very quickly. There was a story of a gentleman who did business with certain persons in the eastern part of Nigeria. They swindled him, right? They swindled him, they duped him. Do you know? They duped him and they ran away with the money. About 33 million or something. The dad, hear me well, the gentleman's dad was the one running from pillar to post, talking to the police. My son works hard abroad. Hey, Chineke, blah, 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 blah. The guy's dad, yeah, even the guy was our dad. Papa, take it easy. Papa, take it easy. The dad was the one running from pillar to post. Even the police were like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, Papa. We'll find those horrible people. By the time they caught one or two persons eventually, and they started uncovering, the layers and connecting the dots, guess what? The dad, the dramatic dad, was bang in the middle of the whole orchestration. He was paid. He was hoping that they would never find those men. The dad was bang in the middle of the fraud. He benefited from the fraud against his own son. When the police were doing investigations, he was coming in and out of hospital, dramatizing, fainting. Hey, my son, Chineke. It's a lie. You understand what I'm saying? These things foaming at the mouth. These things happen to the best of us, man. If you are under the impression that yeah, my mom, yeah, well, you know, there was a time I sent them 200,000. My mom only took 50,000. You know what moms are like? You are joking. Don't you it? You are setting your roof on fire, throwing gasoline. Your mom, respectfully, I'm not talking to any particular mom, but if these is talking to you tonight, your mom has already shown you that she's unscrupulous. You see, what tends to happen is the societal template of existence that we've been presented with. So we look at everybody else around us. We are able to decipher, this guy is not trustworthy. Oh, this guy is dubious. But because this person, you are so emotionally bonded, you have suppressed every ability for your brain to be able to discombobulate and be able to analyze and look at your mom critically and say, hey, this is my mom, fair enough, but this woman is dubious when it comes to money. You operate in denial. You turn blind eye. You convince yourself that, if you think of your mom as a potential criminal, you're going to hellfire. This is one of the problems of religiosity. It's a lie. If your mom's not good with finance, she's just not good with finance. Because before you give her the mom tag, don't forget that she's, first of all, a human being, just like you. She's got blood running through her veins. She was born of a woman, just like she gave birth to you. She's got bone marrows, just like you. She's capable of good and bad. And she's shown you to be unreliable. Well, because of all these, my mom, she's a super mom. There's nothing like a super mom, man. She's a human being. That's all I'm trying to get at. Your dad, Why are you committing funds? Let's just do a quick logical reasoning. Why? Where is this going? What is the desired outcome for you? Who lied to you that there is some made up hellfire somewhere if you don't commit your business funds into the hands of your dad? Your dad, that if you ask him to give somebody 10,000 naira, he will scrape 2,000 into his pocket. You decide to give him millions to buy land for you. What do you... Anyways, I'll let you be the judge. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the super chat. That's me done. I hope somebody would learn one or two things. It's your boy Franklin. I appreciate you, and I will most definitely catch you in the very next one. All right. If you're interested in buying land from Adron Homes, send emails to foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Ask me for the application pack. Send me your stories, man. Trending topics to my emails, things I can react to, things we can talk about, we can learn from. Send them to me, man. If it's personal, don't worry, I'll make you anonymous, all right? The long and short is protect your finance, protect your resources. I'll catch you in the very next one. Peace and love, man. Bye-bye.